Hello everybody, it's Moysernarys here, and today I am back with a short Team Fortress 2 discussion, and today I'm going to be asking the big question on everybody's minds: is the economy on Team Fortress 2 crashing? Well, before we go into asking that specific question, let's go back and go to the facts that we all thoroughly know. The website that all of us guys use the most for TF2 trading is backpack.tf. It's our pricing website. It is the one where 99% of us all go to price all their stuff. So if we have a look at some of the prices on here, we've got keys that are rapidly going up in refined. At the moment they're currently at 14 ref. And earbuds, which is our big currency, which is very worrying, have gone down to 11 to 11.5 keys, which is not very good. That also means that the overall prices of unusuals are going down, and this is where everybody's concern is going. Well, I'm going to tell you guys my input onto it, and then yeah, we'll go into some other stuff a little bit later on. But first of all, the first thing I want to say is, don't just rush straight, sell everything you own just to cash out. I know a lot of people at the moment are getting worried with the drops, thinking that the whole economy is going to go straight downhill. And well, I am going to say now it is dropping, obviously, but the one thing to consider in all of this is with what has happened previous times in the past and may be happening again now. Now, this isn't 100%, but the economy does dip and go on to highs sometimes. You know, sometimes the buds do go down, but then they go back up again. But I am going to say this is the very lowest I've ever seen buds go. Normally, they go from between about 14 to 20 keys, that sort of range. I'll go up and down. It just depends, like, really on how everything's doing. But recently, the growth in the amount of refined that is needed for keys and the decline in the amount of how much earbuds is happening so rapidly, it is extremely scary. And if you guys want my honest opinion on the whole situation, on whether should you sell all your stuff, should you not sell your stuff, should you cash out and only keep items like weapons in the game and stuff so you don't lose any money, well, my honest opinion is it depends on the sort of stuff you've got. Like, if you've got spare earbuds and stuff sitting in your backpack that you're just using to have as currency and stuff, then I personally recommend trading them in for keys if you can, whilst you can. And now that is a risk in itself, as the earbuds could, you never know, this time in 2-3 months time, earbuds could be back up to 20 keys, where that would obviously be a mistake. But just to be safe, I would personally sell your earbuds, like I have done personally. I've sold like 3 or 4 pairs of earbuds, changed it up for keys, so then I have got, you know, I've got keys there, because keys are still staying at the same at £1.50 price, so you can still sell them via PayPal, Steam Market, or other routes like that. But earbuds are going down. Now, like I said, that is a big risk, but the factor in it is I don't want to have loads of spare earbuds in my backpack, and then a couple of months down the line an earbud's worth like 2 or 3 keys. Like, if we have a look at Bill's hats at the moment, they're worth between 2 and 3 keys. Now that's insane. That is the lowest and cheapest I've ever seen a Bill's hat at, and it is scary to be, you know, coming from someone. I know I don't have the most expensive backpack in the world, but I've got like 15 unusuals. You know, I've got a lot of money invested into Team Fortress 2. Like, I know a lot of others have also. So that is the reason why I made this video, because I want to inform all of you guys as much as you can, and then, you know, do as you will. If you have unusuals as well in your backpack that you are not using, you just have them via trading and you're trying to get rid of them, I personally would get rid of them as soon as possible, just to be safe in case it happens. Because as I say, you guys don't want to be left with a backpack at the end of it. If you've got a backpack worth 1,000, you don't want a backpack that's going to be worth like 50 quid at the end. You know, you want to get something back in. But keys seem to be the safe bet at the minute. Their price isn't going down via their methods, they're going up in ref, so obviously you're profiting from that anyway. And we all know that keys were going to go up due to idlers adding more constant amounts of metal throughout the whole game. But I don't mind this personally. Coming from someone that crafts hats on a regular basis, this is good for me, because obviously that means I can get more crafting episodes out there, because I get more metal per key, so that's a lot better for me. But I know a lot of people who do trading up from, you know, they don't add any of their own money in and they just literally trade items to make their backpack up. It's very frustrating for them sort of people, because it's harder for them to make profit out of the game, because obviously back in the days of when you're talking about 6 months to a year ago, when it was like between 3 and 5 ref for a key, it was a lot easier to make that, to then buy keys out of in-game items, where 14 ref now, I don't even know how many weapons you would need to make 14 ref, but you'd need a hell of a lot. That is going to be really hard for you to make a lot of money. So as you can see, there are certain of the aspects of the economy that look like it is going to completely crash, but in my personal opinion, I don't think it's going to crash. I just think it's having a casual fluctuation as it does, and it's now going for a really low point, but I personally think it's going to pick back up again. I only think the economy is going to completely crash if they ever release a Team Fortress 3 or something like that. That's when I think it'd be completely screwed. But personally, in my opinion, it's not screwed, but your tip to everybody is, if you've got a larger backpack with a lot of value stuff in there, just be safe. Swap your buds for keys, you know, just be safe, secure yourself, just so you don't end up, as I say, with a backpack that's worth nothing. Now that's it, that's all I've really got to say about my opinions, but I'd love to hear all of your guys' opinions down in the comments, so make sure you definitely leave them, and I read all of them, as I always do. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, as it helps me out so much, and if you haven't already, subscribe today and become a Moysernary for more TF2 awesomeness, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!